The topic we chose was architects save the world and bring joy to millions. And this was a bit of a return to the heroic modernist stance of architects. I think where after the World Wars there was a great sense of paradigm shift and renewal, and the whole world was changing. And I think there's a bit of a feeling of that now with the whole global financial crisis, together with the surfacing of the sustainability issues. So we thought it's worth exploring, and our topic is very open. We want to use the process of the studio to explore the issues and then come up with solutions. We're going to focus on Singapore, so real site for our exploration, because I think when you deal with these kind of problems in abstract, you get very abstract solutions. So by exploring these drivers of change in 2050, but applying them to a particular place, we think we'll have specific solutions and work through real issues that will make the solutions more real, or maybe flush out more interesting design problems through being applied to a specific place, culture, climate. Because we're exploring futurist thought, I guess the whole world at the moment is very focused on change in the future. So there's, I think, thousands of references, television programs and books. Climate change, rising sea waters is one that affects Singapore very much, because it's a low-lying island which already has some flooding problems at high tide and heavy rain. So that's something very relevant. In a lot of our projects at WOHA, we've actually explored one or two ideas. For instance, Newton Sweets was exploring green plot ratio, or how we might be able to make very lush vegetated cities in the future. So I think, but all our projects have been within the context of real projects in commercial reality. So there's of necessity been quite limited in how we can do it. So we see 2050 as a chance to push some of the ideas we've been working on very far. And then it'd be interesting to work back from them and see how maybe in incremental steps we could actually work towards these sort of blue sky solutions. Now, I think the whole issue of the future, particularly sustainability, is that the way that the sort of 20th century modernist approach of breaking things down into components and developing them separately was very successful. It was based on industrial production line thinking. And now what we're finding is that separation has actually caused huge problems with the kind of solutions we need for the future, where things have to become integrated. Everything has to be seen as a continuum, an ecosystem, or all the parts relate to the whole. So I think what we need to do, so architecture particularly, focus on a certain scale. It's between interiors and urban design, but maybe many of these problems need solutions that cross all these kinds of boundaries. And that's what we're interested to see, is how we can work at an urban scale, or even a national scale, and also down to the object scale, and see how, through addressing the solution across all these different scales and sort of knowledge domains, whether design can propose a solution to this. To do something interesting, we would need people who are really up with the sort of latest knowledge of the kind of issues we're addressing. So I think only when you know what's going on can you actually propose something new or start making connections. So I guess for us, our pitch, we would want to find people who are really committed to finding solutions for the future, and would do this based on knowledge and research, and see design as that kind of process, rather than so much about how something looks or forms.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.